Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. It's the weekend, baby.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. It's the weekend, baby. Man, I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. It's a great day to be alive, sober and clean and free. Free from the trap trailers, free from the jail cell, and free from a hangover or being dope sick. And today's show is being sponsored by New Freedom Family Center right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. It's a new organization facility that's going to be opening up where women can bring their kids with them to go to treatment for addiction and alcoholism. It's the first of its kind in this area, and so shout out to New Freedom Family Center. Shout out to Tide for Second Sober Living. Shout out to Serenity Bridge Sober Living, the House of Fade, Resurrection Tattoo, where you get hooked up and not effed up. And also shout out to Preferred Heating and Air, Recovery Recovery Center, and Treasures of the Sea and Earth, and the Ridge Treatment Center, uh, in peer support, uh, right in Fargo, North Dakota. So if you're in that area, reach out to the Ridge. But today's a blessing, man. It's a great honor to have my brother, Polka Dubs, JAYDOBO, Jason Parsons. How you doing, my brother?
Outstanding.
You know when a jarhead's in the house, you know what I mean? It said, how did JAYDOBO come up with this spice? Well, first he had a jar, you know what I mean? So, how you doing, bro? Do you consider yourself a spiceologist?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one and only.
yeah. Um, well, thank you for coming. I know if Jay Uncle Dubs, if he's not in hiding, there's a show going on and he's in town. You know what I mean? But I just want to start the show off with saying even though he was tripping on some fake stuff, but rest in peace, Bill. You know what I mean? God bless his family, you know, his kids and stuff like that. But what made you want to start your own spice?
I didn't want to.
No?
I just wanted to go to work and make money.
Yeah. Well, uh, well, I think everybody wants to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, he just like a banana peel. He just slipped and fell on a pebble. You know what I mean? That's the story, and we sticking to it. But so where are you originally from, J Dubs?
I'm originally from Winslow, Arizona.
Winslow, Arizona.
Yep. Such a
What
fine
county
place.
is that?
Navajo.
Navajo County.
Navajo County. Yeah.
Man, a lot of Navajos around there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like Winslow's like 15 miles south of the Navajo Nations, so it's like the
Okay.
biggest reservation in the world.
Hmm. Uh, yeah, I have a few things that's made of from Navajos. You know what I mean? Nice and woven.
Oh, wait, I seen that one.
So how was it growing up there?
Wow, it was it's kind of dirty.
It was kind of dirty and dusty. There were scorpions and nasty lizards just everywhere.
No, but we had the creek.
Y'all got cactuses?
The little ones. The big ones are over by Phoenix.
Road runners?
Yeah, Roadrunners.
They're really fast?
Oh yeah, and they got the Wiley E.
um,
But we got the creek. That's where we spent all our time. My mom took me there. That's where I learned how to swim.
The oasis in the middle of the desert.
You know, just big creek canyons, and then
Mhm.
so my mom's scared of heights, and so
Yeah.
she would take me out there, and I'm like, Mom, let me go, let me go. No,
Yeah.
no. And then finally, she's, all right, go ahead, go.
Shout out to Mama JAYDOBO.
Mama, my dobo.
Yeah. Mama Dubs. Do you remember the first time you ever tasted something hot, like spicy?
Yeah.
What was it?
Whiskey.
I'm talking about like a pepper, a
Nah,
spice, a flavor.
um, nah, because we just grew up eating that stuff.
Yeah,
So it wasn't. I can't really like recall a moment because
right.
everything was spiced up.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have those big. We were right next to New Mexico, so they have those big chili roasters outside Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that's one of the best smells in the world.
So as a child, your first time you remember chilies being roasted.
Oh yeah, I remember going to Mexican food and watching my dad just sweat. He
Yeah,
liked it so much he would just sit there and he would just sweat would beat off his
right.
head. But yeah,
So you grew up watching your dad sweat
yeah,
from eating peppers and
yeah,
hot stuff. See, you was born to do this, Jason.
yeah. Right.
You were born for this pepper stuff. How was it growing up though? Did you have any spiritual life, brothers, sisters, friends?
Yeah, my mom, she was big time into Pentecostal
Okay.
church. So we would go every Sunday, every Wednesday, go to the youth groups and
Hmm.
all that jazz.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you first tried drugs or alcohol?
Oh, I think I was like 9, 10,
Hmm.
something like that. It was right after my dad committed suicide. And so
Oh,
my parents, they decided that they wanted to get me drunk on tequila.
right.
So hopefully I'd get sick and won't never want to drink again.
Was your dad a veteran?
No, no. His little brother was
Okay.
a Marine, yeah.
So you drunk some tequila?
Yeah, a
Did
lot.
you eat the worm?
No, we didn't have that kind. It was just regular little Jose or whatever.
Right. I mean, I can't even pronounce the word Jose Cuervo without like I'm about to throw up in my mouth. Man, I done had some times with that. I remember the being so drunk s- at a young age in the room spinning, and like they be
Yeah,
like,
put your foot on the
yeah,
bed.
put your foot on the
On the
floor.
floor, yeah.
And it just makes you so sick, man.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, man, I should have never drunk them 13 shots. Yeah. It's so how was like you played any sports in school or growing up?
Yeah, I played all the ones that weren't popular. Like I was into soccer,
Hmm.
and then in high school, junior high, I got into wrestling.
Okay,
And I wrestled to my senior year.
that makes sense. My brother Jake told me when we was growing up in high school and he was wrestling. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I ain't wearing them tights. But he said that the training that we do, if you can do this, you can pretty much be a Marine.
Yeah, because it was
The strength and training.
right. Because I remember there was harder wrestling practices when it's 110 degrees outside, and then they got the heaters cranked up to 90 inside.
Right,
I remember saying something to one of my buddies like, "This ain't got nothing on wrestling practice."
right.
But the mental aspect of boot camp, that was what got me.
You take any cooking classes?
No,
Okay.
no.
Mhm.
They did give us a sewing class though.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember I was in middle school, I think, and I joined home ec and I sew and do different stuff like iron. And I was like, I'm gonna join because that's where all the girls at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you know you was gonna be a Marine in high school?
Yeah, yeah.
Wh- When did you know that? Like when?
Well, my uncle, he was a cop,
Hmm.
and my mom used to hate it because he'd go spend time with him and he'd get me all
Yeah.
drunk. You're like, hold on, I gotta go get my badge so we don't get pulled over.
Right.
Yeah, so he would get me all drunk and then he'd show me pictures. He was a drill instructor in the Marines
Okay.
and then Fort Recon. So he'd like show me all these pictures of the stuff we
Simplify.
did. Oh, man. So he'd show me all these pictures, and I was like, oh, I want to do that.
Watching Full Metal Jacket on replay.
Yeah, well. He kind of kept that one from me because
Yeah.
that's kind of a wake up call when you watch that movie. Like, is
Yeah.
it real?
He let you watch that after.
Yeah, like a week before I was going in. Like, I suppose you can watch it now.
So you graduated,
You know,
and how long after graduation was it before
not
you?
even a month.
Yep, that's how it was for me too.
Yeah,
And so where'd you go?
I went to first I went to MEPS
Yeah,
in Phoenix.
yeah. What did you know about that MEPS hotel?
That was
I
fun.
mean, well, if you I don't the one in New Orleans where I was at on St. Charles, it was like, oh man. Doors open, you just walking by, people are jumping on beds naked and drinking. It's my last hoorah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then I went to San Diego right after that.
Okay. And that's where you went
Stood
to.
on the yellow footprints.
What does that mean?
Well, in the Marines, they put make you stand at attention, and your feet have to be at a 45-degree angle. So they got all these little yellow footprints when you get off the bus. They yell at you, go stand on
they're
the
trying to
footprints.
get you in your little pigeon
Yeah,
pose.
yeah.
Was it what you expected?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, and yes and no, I suppose. I didn't think it was gonna be that mentally challenging,
Mm-hmm.
but it was. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
You get those guys in your face all day long.
Yeah. I think every boot camp's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
And then we had like we started with like 89, I think, 90,
mhm.
and then we ended up graduating like 69. We dropped like 30 people.
They was ringing the bell, huh?
You'd have to go up in front of the platoon and say, MRP was a medical rehab platoon, PCP, pork chop platoon for the fat bodies.
Mhm.
So they go MRP, PCP, make a rack for me. And then, so long, recruit. So long, recruit. Get out of my beloved corps.
Yeah. Um. So he was what, 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months. And then we have a thing with 10 days off, and then we got a thing called Marine Combat Training, MCT,
Mm-hmm.
which is another month. Which is
There or somewhere
in
else?
Camp Pendleton,
Okay.
which is basically the same as boot camp, except for instead of calling you a recruit, they call you like Devil Dog or
Yeah.
Marine. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's just another month of boot camp.
Okay. So what did you do in those 10 days off? Did you go home?
Yeah, I went home, man.
Yeah.
Went and chased some girls a little bit.
Yeah. Came back all
Ready for
yeah,
combat.
ready for the work. Um, and so how long did you do in the Marine Corps?
Just 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told a Marine one time, I said, yeah, he used to be a Marine. It was like, Marines are always Marines. You know what I mean?
There's some that'll get up in your butt for that one.
Yeah. And so after boot camp and training and stuff, after San Diego, Camp Pendleton, where did you go?
Then I went to we were actually the fifth class of Marines that got reintroduced to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Okay.
Because we were under Clinton. So back in the day, I don't know if it was Reagan or one of them guys, but they had all the forces combined, like the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines. And then they split them up, and so heavy equipment operators went to somewhere in Paris Island or North Carolina, we're around South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, and then after that, they in the 90s, Clinton joined them all back together again. So I was like the fifth class of Marines to go through Fort Leonard Wood again. So the girls that drive by, I'm like, you don't look like Army. Like, we're Marines, you know.
Yeah. A lot of drinking.
Oh, yeah, lots of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was back in my whiskey days.
Right. And then you got stationed overseas?
Yeah. First, I did 3 years, well, basically 3 years in El Toro, California, which was an old. It's not even open anymore. Clinton shut that base down.
They must have had UFOs, alien sightings.
Yeah, we watched that movie when it came out when we were in. They blew up El Toro. Yeah. And then we what's I gonna say? Oh, I don't know if you ever watched the movie Top Gun.
Maverick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen 1 and 2.
Yeah.
What you know about
two ain't real.
what you know about Hot Shots Port Deuce?
But because we took over that base.
Okay.
And that was where Top Gun was at in Miramar.
Okay.
San Diego. And that Miramar or Top Gun moved to Nevada.
Okay.
So Top Gun #2 doesn't. I don't know if it takes place in Nevada or not, but that's where it should take place.
Okay.
Because they're not there anymore.
Yeah, out there with the Thunderbirds.
That's Phoenix.
No,
That's the Air Force.
Thunderbirds are in Las Vegas.
Are they in
Nellis Air Force Base?
See, when I was a kid, they were in Luke Air Force Base. Were the Thunderbirds?
Yep.
What were they? F-17s or something like that?
I have no clue.
16s maybe. Because I know the Marines got 18s. Right. 18s and 32s now.
Yeah, it could be an F-15 or F-16, but I think it's an F-15. You know, they're a little bigger. Because an F-15 has, I believe, one big turbine on the back, and then F-16 had two.
Two. Yeah, I
Yep.
think so. Yeah, that's the F-18's got two.
But when I was stationed in Mildenhall, England, man, them things were so loud. I mean, when taking off,
Well, have you ever heard of the Harrier takeoff?
yeah,
I don't know if it's true or not, but they say those whenever they land, because those are the ones that can take off up vertical.
yeah, I know.
He said that somebody told me they burn 60 gallons of fuel a second when they land like that.
I believe it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
anything to do with jets, aircraft, especially jets, the ground's rumbling.
Yeah, and you got people in formation trying to talk. You could be screaming, you can't hear
Yeah.
anything they say.
I remember we used to have double ear protection, so plugs and muffs. But then they said we can't call them muffs no more because people was getting offended. Ear defenders. Blow the whistle.
Welcome to the Air Force.
But yeah, in the military, man, that's how I learned how to drink like it's a sport. You know, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, a lot of wild. But it was actually good times most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially overseas. I mean, that was so. You went to Japan?
Yeah, Okinawa actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
At first,
Were you thinking of like the Karate Kid movie?
well, at first I was like, I would walk around and just be like, boom, and then, but because I was kind of just an idiot, and then I didn't realize, these are people too.
Yeah. Did you eat any hot peppers over there or anything like?
Well, they had this thing called because we were always craving tacos. Well, I was anyway, but they had this thing called taco rice. It was pretty good.
Right.
And it's like sticky rice with taco meat on top, and then lettuce and cheese and all that jazz.
I remember when I went to Japan, I was on mainland. I went to mainland though, and I remember I got drunk and went to this diner open late, and you ordered your plate in grams, like how much rice, and then they had level 1 to level 10 of hotness, and I think I had like 2 and I couldn't eat it. It was so hot. So I was like, man, I can only imagine what 10's like, you know? And so you got out the core. Well, you're always in the core, but
Right.
and then what was your next adventure?
Let me see. Well, my brother, he was a licensed contractor in Winslow, and I guess we had like 90-mile-an-hour winds like right before I got out. So he's like, "Bro, come help me."
Yeah.
So we went and we did roofs for all a summer.
Drinking?
Oh, every day, every day.
Um, how old were you when you first tried methamphetamines?
I think I was 19. I was in the Marines actually,
Okay.
because when I was in Arizona for my 18th birthday, my buddy Mike was like, "Yeah, Jay, smoke this."
Yeah.
I was smoking the joint and it tasted real sweet. Because I was like anti-drugs. Like, I'm
Right.
not ever, because my dad committed suicide when he was all messed up. So I was like, I'm never doing drugs and blah,
Right.
blah, blah. And so smoked that joint and it tasted real sweet. And I was like, what's going on with this joint, man? It tastes good. And he's like, well, it's a primo. It got a bunch of crack rocks in it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like a Marine on crack.
That's actually before I was a Marine. That was my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
And then a month later, I went to the Marines. And then I was about 19. My buddy, Big Hop, he's like, hey, so we're going down to 8th Street in LA.
Yeah.
You want to come with? I'm like,
Right.
what are y'all doing? It's like, we're going to smoke some crack. I was like, well, I don't smoke some crack.
Yeah.
So we went down on 8th Street and got a bunch of that.
Were y'all in uniforms?
No, just took my old 65 Bel Air down the East LA.
Let's go get crack. You know what I mean? The only thing crack did
make you want more.
No, the only thing crack did for America was make the price of vagina $5. For real. It's the only thing crack did good for America. But so
oh, you asked me when the first time I did meth. So then it was like the next, because we do it for if we had 96 hours off, we'd do it like Friday night. We'd party real hard and then we'd get clean and then we wouldn't have to worry about peeing dirty or whatever. And then so the next 96 comes up and my buddy Big Hop's like, hey, you want to do some meth? I was like, no, I don't do drugs, man. He's like, what are you talking about? You just smoking crack last week. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So we actually did meth with there was this girl, she was Pocahontas at Disneyland.
Okay.
So we used to go hang out at her house and sit in a little circle and do
in California?
In California and do meth all night.
What's that? Two? He was a Marine too?
No, she was just
No, your buddy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two Marines smoking crack with Pocahontas from Disneyland.
But then it was her brother.
Yeah.
Was a gay guy. And before then,
Not a plot thickens.
yeah, right. Because then, before I went in the Marines, I was like, oh, one of them
Was
typical.
he Minnie Mouse?
Yeah, well, that was like right when the internet came out.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm
MySpace.
gonna go meet this guy over his house. I'm like, man, you're crazier than we are.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know whose door you're knocking on.
Right.
He's like, I'm like, but getting to know him and doing drugs with him, like it took away my homophobicness or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, because it's just like this perception in my head, like, oh, they're weirdos and this and that. And I'm like, he's just like us. He's actually crazier than us because he's out trying to meet these dudes.
Yeah,
like,
but gay.
Some things just like dudes. And like, no, I got nothing. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
don't ask, don't tell.
Well, yeah, basically that's how it was when Clinton, because he changed our policy. But yeah, I was like, nah. Well, then I got to ask him questions.
Right.
But I was always curious about like,
yeah.
Okay, I see what's going on here.
He pulled out your first pepper, huh? That pepper that's on your shirt. Okay. So, any bad times during those years?
Oh, there was always like, well, my buddy Big Hopper, when I told you about, whenever I was the best man at his wedding, and then probably he got out, and he was still technically in the Marines because he had his vacation time or whatever saved up, and he was in Texas, and the roads go one way, one goes the other way, so he tried to hot dog it on the other side, and him and his buddy head on with a semi truck, killed them both instantly. So yeah, like he was drunk driving. That's what killed him. I should have. Yeah, that didn't stop me.
Right.
Even when we drove down to Texas to go bury him, one of my buddies was like, "We're there for a DUI funeral." And my buddy's out drinking and driving again. I'm like,
yeah, my biological father died from drinking and driving accident. So when did you get married?
I got married the first time to a woman Marine.
Okay.
That was back in like, what was that?
I seen that a lot.
Yeah.
In the military.
We wanted to get off the base.
Yeah. You get paid more.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I thought I was so cool because there was like 800 guys and 8 women, and I got one of them.
Yeah.
Didn't realize there's 799.
Yeah.
Still there when I went to Japan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get that care package with the VCR tape in it.
Basically.
So how long were you married?
Well, I was actually married to her for like, it was like 4 months, something like that.
4 months, huh?
Yeah.
You had to break the ice.
Yeah. Well, well, we got married just seeing this so she could come with me to Japan, and then they denied our orders, so I just did the 1 year unaccompanied, and then so she calls me up like 3 days before Christmas, says I want a divorce. I'm like, we just got married. What are you talking about? Well, I'm pregnant.
By somebody else.
By somebody else. Oh, I suppose you can have a divorce.
Yeah. Or you should write a book.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could do some skits.
Yeah. So, I stayed in Japan for another 4 or 5 months. She calls me like she knew I was getting ready to come back to the States. You can't EAS on the mainland. Or okay, you got to go to mainland. She's like, "Can I pick you up from the airport?" And I was like, "Yeah, I suppose." Yeah. And then she's like 6 months pregnant at the time. And in California, the paternity automatically goes to the husband until you prove otherwise. Okay. So she could have just taken me for child support and all this stuff. Yeah. I was like on the beach, like rubbing her belly. I wish this baby. I was like, really did wish it was my baby, but anyway, so
Tyrone's baby. Huh?
Yeah, Tyrone's baby. She's like, let's go home, and I had her set up in a nice apartment before I left, but situation changed, so she had to move in with this Marine's house, and so we go to the house and we pull up. He's laying on the couch. I'm like, you, what the hell? I kicked him out of his own house.
And then that was that, huh?
Yeah, well, we were really seriously thinking about getting back together. I was anyway. And then I took her. We had some time off, and I went to Arizona and I saw the look on my mom's face. Yeah, mom was just like, nah.
Yeah, she's got the
pretty much. She would never tell me that, but yeah, that's basically how I look at it.
She could smell the Jezebel on her.
Yeah. So then she went back to California. I stayed in Arizona, and then she called me later. Oh, there was because one time I tried calling her, and her boyfriend or whatever picked up the
Yeah.
phone. I was like, put my wife on the phone.
Mhm.
So then I get her on the phone, like, one day this is gonna happen to you.
Right.
And so I had a girl over at my house, and I was like, hey, I saw her phone number on the caller ID. I was like, here, answer the phone.
Right.
Husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the end of that.
And when did you
Oh, okay. So
get married to
yeah,
your wife?
yeah, yeah. Well, my
Ex-wife.
second ex-wife.
Yeah.
Well, so I went to work for the railroad after I helped my brother on the roofs for a while, and
Okay.
got some divorce papers in the mail. So I was like, right, cool, I'm divorced. Threw them in the caboose or whatever. And then I used to work with this lady, and then her daughter lived in California.
Mhm.
And she's like, I'm gonna introduce you to my daughter. And I was like, I could get her, and they're like, she's like, no, you got tattoos. She's a paralegal and this and that. She won't
Right.
go for you. Sure enough, I got her.
Mhm.
And uh, I was supposed to have been her first one night stand or whatever. And
Yeah.
she's like,
They all say that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's
Mhm.
like, let me see your divorce papers. I was like,
Mhm.
all right, here, check them out. And she looks at me. She's like, you're an idiot. And I go, what? She's like, you're supposed to sign these and send them back. So my second wife was actually the one that got me divorced from my first wife.
Yeah. She laid it on real thick. Mhm.
You know.
And so y'all got married and had some kids?
Yeah, well, she had three boys when I met her.
Mhm.
Trevor was 3. No, Trevor was 7, and the twins were no, Trevor was 6, and the twins were 3.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how long were you married? Y'all married?
Oh, we got married in 2003,
Okay.
and then we got
I was
divorced.
in Saudi Arabia.
No, we were actually got together in like 2000s when we first were together.
So
We
how
got
long
married.
were y'all together?
Yeah, from 2000 until 2020. So
Okay.
20 years,
20
basically.
years.
Yeah.
And then y'all had kids together as well?
We had 3 girls together.
So 3 boys and 3 girls?
Yep, yep.
Got a squad.
We had a whole Brady bunch.
Yeah.
Long-haired, blue-eyed Brady
Yeah.
bunch.
And how was the 20 years? I mean, was it always bad
No,
or
no.
did y'all have a good life? Did y'all like
It was going pretty.
partner up and do some things?
Yeah. Well, I was kind of a crazy idiot, you know.
Crazy jarhead?
Yeah. So I didn't do the best.
Right.
But then when I wanted to do better, it was kind of like too late, I think, or something. I don't
Right.
know. It's hard to say.
Did y'all have some businesses together or anything?
No, she was always. I was always working.
Mhm.
That's all I had time to do was go
Yeah.
to work.
Especially with 6 kids.
Yeah, yeah. So she had time to mess around. She was a stay-at-home mom. So she started in like in this knockoff business. She was gonna sell like purses, and
Hmm.
we even opened a little store in Dickinson. I
Yep.
helped her out, but yeah, it just didn't. She wasn't dedicated.
And you met her here?
No, I met her in California.
And how did y'all wind up here?
She was gonna go in the army,
Okay.
and so we moved up here so her mom could help me keep an eye on the kids while she
Okay.
was in boot camp.
Okay.
And then that whole Gulf War fired up, and I was like, you'll go to war." She's like, "I won't go to war. I'm a mom. I got 3 kids." I'm like, "They don't it doesn't matter."
Did y'all drink together?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did she do it? Y'all do drugs together?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we
Really?
did it all.
So at
And that was in California. Though. When we moved to North Dakota, I think we did like meth like one time
right.
or something.
And so what led up to the divorce?
Well, I think a lot had to do with me not working on the road anymore.
Hmm.
Just because I turned around and my twins were graduated. My oldest had already graduated, and I'm like, "Well, what did I
Well, the
lose
time
everything?
went.
Yeah, where did everything go?" And then I'm looking at these little girls, and I'm like, I can't do that to them."
Right.
So then I started working for Halliburton out at ADM, loading unloading frac cars.
Yeah. You actually worked for Halliburton?
Well, we were contracted to Halliburton,
Okay.
you know,
And
and that did good for a while. That was when I first started staying home, and then the rail cars quit coming.
mhm.
And I was like, "We're done, boys." They're like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah, we're done."
Right.
Sure enough, they called us in Monday morning. Yep, we're all done. You guys can go home. That's the
So
end of the boom.
so what was the last straw with you and her?
Um, it was so we would always get the like not divorced, but we like one time I went to New Mexico for a year.
Yeah.
And one time I lived with my son for like a year.
Yeah.
And so the one time I was with my son, the girl I was talking to from back home.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything sexual or whatever. It was just I was just basically complaining about her.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and my son were out drinking and driving one night, the country road, and ended up getting pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
Got a DUI, and she got a hold of my phone.
Uh-huh.
And she saw these texts from this girl or whatever.
Right. So that was it.
Yeah, she blasted all over Facebook, and well, it wasn't the end yet. Then it was. I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't have anything. I don't know. Anyway,
Right.
so we got back together. All that all settled, and then one day I came home for lunch on my little scooter, and that girl texted me because during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and asked me like, "Oh, my nephew's a Marine, and then what can I do? He's like they're trying to kick him out over this and that." And I was like, "No, I'm not in the Marines anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the policies are."
Right.
So I just I basically told her I don't know, and then so I left my phone at home at lunch, and she like tried to unlock it so many times that it locked it up, and I was like, "Well, I can't. I would show you what I was talking to her about, like
Mm-hmm.
one of them kind of relationships, you know."
Right.
And
So
that's it.
basically, she filed for divorce and took everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
That pretty much sums it up.
Okay. So after that happened, did you have like some dark days or?
Oh yeah, yeah. So, well, that's why I just started like just didn't care anymore basically,
Right.
and then I ended up with the two oldest girls. They lived with me,
Mm-hmm.
and then so one ended up with a puppy, and then the other one was like, "Well, Jason's got a puppy. I gotta have a puppy." So I
Mm.
got her a puppy, and then the puppies ended up having puppies together.
Right.
It was a whole
At any of this point, had you ever dreamed or thought about being an entrepreneur?
no, never, no,
Right.
no. I just wanted to go to work and come home, and
Because we met. So I used to do sober talk in the basement of a church. They had a radio station, and I used it for years. And you were in treatment. You were in treatment when we met. How did you wind up going to treatment?
okay, so it was my daughters had left on vacation somewhere with their mom, and I'm left with all these. I think there was like 13 dogs in my house or something, little
Okay.
tiny. And I got drunk out of my mind, and I was gonna kill them dogs, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
You was making puppy soup.
yeah, I guess. So yeah, that's how I woke up in jail, and they
Okay.
told me that I was running amok in town trying to shoot dogs.
Yeah. No telling.
Yeah. So then that was like I ended up. Um, couldn't I didn't have my phone. I couldn't call the brickyard because that's where I started working for
Mm-hmm.
them, and I couldn't call. And so finally, one of my buddies found me and was like, "Hey, are you? Oh, I guess you're in jail." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And like, can you tell the boss that I'm in here? He's like, "Yeah, I'll talk to him." And he went and talked to him. Like, "Yeah, you're done."
Yeah.
It's like, all right. So maybe you can come back after you get done, get
Right.
better or whatever. But so that's when I realized, man, I probably better get
That was
treatment.
your first time?
No, no, no. That was actually like my third time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you went to treatment and that's when well, when did the spice thing, how did it get even started?
Okay,
Like, did
well,
you just wake up one day and you just found the pepper and was like, what I'm gonna do? You
no,
know what I
no,
mean?
no. See, my son and I would do a survivor challenge. We'll go live off the land.
Yeah, like naked and afraid.
Yeah, pretty much. But we have our clothes and we're not scared.
Hmm.
So we the first year we went out there, we brought some put some garlic, salt, and pepper in a jar to put in my backpack.
Hmm.
And then we just took water out of the Heart River and boiled it.
Hmm.
That's also it's called smoky gravy water.
Hmm.
It was pretty nasty.
Did you guys put anything in it?
No, we just drank the water. We just boiled it,
Okay.
and then
Did
we
it
ate
make you sick?
no, no, because if you boil it, it kills all. We gotta boil it for like 30 or 3 minutes or
Yeah,
something. I
but you
don't know.
don't put like a tablet in
No,
or
no,
nothing
no,
like that?
no. So the second year, I'm like, man, that was pretty good, but I like it a little spicy. So I just started like researching different seasonings, and I came across an adobo seasoning on some website or whatever.
Hmm.
And so, like, my son was in the dining room, and I was in the kitchen, and he was reading off like, "There's 3 teaspoons of garlic." I'm like, "Well, let's put 6 in there, or whatever." There's so much cumin. Oh, let's put 4 or whatever. Like stuff I liked, I added more, and stuff I didn't like, I added less.
Right.
And I like a little bit of heat, so I
Hmm.
had a little tiny bit of. I think when I first did it, it was the ghost pepper,
Hmm.
and then it got beat out by the Carolina Reaper, so I switched to that just because I wanted the hottest pepper in the world. But that's basically
What
how
is your
JAYSON.
favorite pepper in the world?
My favorite probably habanero's pretty good.
What's the hottest pepper you've ever tasted?
It'd be Carolina Reaper. Sure, yeah.
And what they measured in scoves or something?
Scovilles, yeah.
Okay. And how much was it?
I think Carolina Reaper's like 1.45.
Yeah. I remember when they first came out with the hot chip challenge.
Yeah,
That one.
one chip challenge, yeah.
Yeah. Tried all those. I mean, like the gummy bear and a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like everybody's like sees my logo and stuff, and they think I'm a big spicy head. But I like it spicy, but I'm not like I want to taste my food.
Right. Me too.
Yeah, I don't
But
want
I'm
to
just
sit
talking
there.
about the ethics of being a spiceologist.
Yeah, right. So it kind of comes with the territory,
Right.
like because everybody like I did a hot sauce last year with Jai's Honey and Heat, and they didn't have enough of the peppers I wanted, so they brought this one pepper. Like, here, try it. And I took a bite of that thing, and I was at a show, and I was like, oh man, oh no, yeah, it's good, but yeah, I don't like it. But
Right.
yeah, it'll work.
Um.
You do got to taste, I guess, your product sometimes.
Right. What was after you? Because I remember when I seen you and met you, and then I think you was drawing the logo.
I had little stickers.
Yeah. And then you let me try. You was like, try this. But I think you was just trying different mixtures and stuff.
No, not yet. No, I had it down.
But I was like, man, you need to go with this. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
promote it. And I've been
You did the same thing that everybody else did to me because I would bring in like when I first started, I would give out jars and stuff like that, and everybody's like, "Man, this is good. You gotta sell this stuff." And I was like,
right.
I guess it's like it was the furthest thing from my mind was being an entrepreneur.
What?
But then we met up with Lulu.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's like, "You need to do like we do the samples of the other stuff that we sample out."
Right.
And I was like, I don't know how to do like sealed pack foils, but I said I know how to fill these little baggies up.
Right. And like at what point did you decide to like make it an LLC, start doing vendor shows? Like had you ever did a vendor show before?
I did like one farmer's market, Bismarck, and it was like sold like 8 jars. I was all butthurt, man. And so one day I was driving around the Sad Mall looking for the kiosk for the DMV.
Right.
So this little old lady, Connie, she sold jewelry, and I go up to her and I go, "Hey, I'm looking for the kiosk for." She's like, "Well, you need to go get in your vehicle and drive to the other mall, not in this one."
Right.
So then I got to talking to her about doing vendor stuff, and I was like, "Well, I heard they got a swap meet coming up here at the old Sears," and she's like, Don't do that." She said that costs money, and then half the people don't even go in there because they charge money to get in there. She said, "Just talk to this Andrew guy with the Gateway Mall, and you should be able to get in."
Okay.
And I gave him a call and spent $20, and I parked right outside the Sears building. And I'd look at people reading the sign that said $2 or whatever entry fee, and they would turn around and walk away. So I'd like, "Yeah, come here."
Yeah. And then you started. That's when the magic started to happen.
Well, when the real magic happened was when I came up with the crackers.
Okay.
But before I would just like run out there and like, "Here, try this." And I'd like shake it in their hand, or
Right.
I didn't know what to do with the stuff.
Right. And tell us about the crackers.
So there was a girl I worked with. She called them firecrackers, and she put them on whole saltines.
Right.
And I'm like, well, those won't sample very good, but I
Right.
know about those little oyster crackers. So I just got to looking online, and sure enough, there's a recipe, and I was like, well, it's basically the stuff that's in my seasoning. So if you don't have to add all this other crap, you can just put my seasoning in there and be done.
Yep.
So that's the that was the magic there.
And I've never heard somebody with the simplest marketing line. Want to try my crackers? You want to try my crackers?
It was like I worked next to this guy one time, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you a parrot, man." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You want my?" Because that's all I do.
And then that's when everything took off.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yep. And
It was a combination of a lot of things, but
right.
That and then meeting up with becoming a member of the Pride of Dakota.
Right.
That was
that organization.
Yeah.
And now you're doing the corporate shows. You know what I mean? And do you think if you would have never stopped drinking or using meth that you would have did this?
No, never. No.
Right.
I remember because I would mess around with it a little bit. Like I remember one night I was drinking. I was trying to put labels on.
Right.
The next morning, I looked at a whole case. I had to rip them all off because they were.
Right.
Yeah, like no.
Just straight tripping.
Yeah, stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do and accomplish in life
Forgetting just leaving one thing out.
when you harness your gifts.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
Don't God rewards you because what? How does it go? The gods like to be entertained, and if you're just sitting around not doing what you're supposed to be doing, they're not very entertained.
right.
So if you entertain them, yeah, that's good.
And so what is a typical mistake people make when seasoning their food?
Put it in when like the water's boiling.
Okay.
Like you put it in your hand and then dump it over or whatever you're gonna do like that. Because whenever you try to shake it out over, that's when all the steam goes up in your jar and then gets all caked in there and stuff.
Right. I met a man once that worked for Microsoft, I believe, and I think it was Microsoft. And he told me when they interview people, they take them to dinner, and if they add seasoning or salt or anything to their food before they taste it, they don't hire
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I make sure I taste mine first.
them. Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because you don't know.
Right. So you started off with just JAYDOBO original,
Hmm.
and how many products do you have now?
I started off with the original, and then I was at the Gateway Mall, so it was too hot for the mall walkers there. It was
Right.
too spicy.
Mhm.
So I took the Carolina Reaper out and called it mellow.
Okay. The New York City, grab the rope.
Yeah. And then I did a show in Montana, and then I was like, "So you want to try my spicy crackers?" And they're like looking at me like, "When's the spice gonna kick in?" I was like, "All right, I got your number." So that's when I came up with the next level. I
Right.
made it 5 times hotter.
Right. And then
But
the J Basco.
that was it was just my buddy gave me a bunch of peppers, and that's when I was going to meetings a lot, and I gave some to Jimmy,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Brother, brother,
Yeah.
this kind of stuff, man," and I was like, "Oh, it's just so hard."
So you got the spice, the original, the mellow, and the garlic,
Yeah,
and the next level.
yeah, the garlic was an accident
Okay.
because I ordered I always get 25 pounds of granulated garlic for my seasoning,
Hmm.
and they ended up shipping me 25 pounds of roasted granulated garlic, and I'm like, "Wow,
I
that's good."
like that garlic one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you
Speaking of which, I got a little
okay.
pack for you.
Let's see what he's got. And then you got the J Basco,
Yep.
and then the J Dizzle.
J Dills,
So it's a hot sauce
uh,
pickle
pickle
deal.
hot, yeah, pickle hot sauce.
Let's see what we got here, folks. In the bag, J Doble's bag of tricks. You never know what you're gonna find up in here. So we got the J Dobo for the garlic lovers. We got the J Dizzle, folks. It's green and it's great. It's great on raw oysters. And then we got the J Dobo sack of tricks. Well, thank you, brother.
Yeah, brother.
I appreciate that.
Of course, man.
And so what is one of the greatest accomplishments so far with J with
But business wise,
yeah,
I would have to say about getting into running so
okay.
far. Yeah, that's kind of.
Yep. So then I mean, you're still an active vendor show.
Hmm.
You sell them online.
Yeah,
Um, you got them in a lot of mom and pop stores
yeah,
across the whole state,
yeah,
and then now you're in a corporate store,
yeah,
and now you're doing corporate shows as well.
yeah,
Um, so show coming up in Miami.
yeah.
I have the great honor to be there as well. It's like a mini honeymoon, and so what do you have planned differently for this show than the other shows?
Okay.
And do you do you have a goal that you're not leaving there without a deal?
Closing the deal.
Do you have your pallet sizes and your cases and
Yeah, see, that was my problem. Was so they got this deal called NASDA. It's North American Agriculture something. It's for all the ag companies, agriculture in the United States to get hooked up with foreign buyers.
okay?
So it's like this. You pay like an extra $300, and they'll take you on a day before the show, and you can sit down. It's like a speed dating,
Hmm.
where a company will come and you get a. That's what I was doing. I was giving them this black bag with
Right,
all my seasonings and my product in there,
right.
and I'll pitch them and tell them so. So I have a non-disclosure agreement signed with the Spice Guy in Denver, that he already can package my stuff, label it, everything.
Right.
So they're asking me like, "What's your minimum order? How many comes in a case? How many comes in a pallet?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's like going in front. It's like going on Shark Tank.
yeah, basically.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
You gotta have the numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I wasn't prepared at all.
Right.
And so I called, I didn't call him, I emailed the guy in Denver and he didn't get back to me till after the show was basically over
Right.
that Monday. So now I got all the numbers I need.
Right. Well, I can tell you this: the universe, God, Creator, and the frequencies haven't put you in these positions for no reason.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And all these thoughts and everything, you got to act on it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you are definitely favored by God.
Yeah.
You know,
Because there's like a lot of people that say, oh, you can manifest this, you just think about it and it
well,
happens.
it's your hustle too.
Right, because that's part of it, but at the same time, if you got all this thought and all these like plans for delusions of grandeur, I'll call them.
Mhm.
But if you're not putting any action behind it, it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
You can sit there and think about it all you want, but it's not going to make it happen. You got to go out and you got to do it.
Right.
Along with thinking,
Right.
along with innovating, you
Right.
gotta do it. The work behind it.
So if there's any person that's made a spice, a famous spice, um, that you admire, like, did you like kind of study some things about them in their journey or things they did? Uh, what is any spice in the land or any person that created a famous spice?
Yeah, there's a YouTuber out there
Okay,
that shall remain nameless.
right.
But yeah, I kind of
Because when I think of spice, I think about the cupboard.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And what do you remember always seeing, like growing up, and it was always in there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like mine was ours was always garlic, salt, and pepper, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But that I remember as a kid, like pouring it in the cap and like licking it out of the cap.
Right,
The garlic, I loved. We always
right.
had garlic.
But what I'm saying is, you're making a history
Yeah,
that your spice and your flavors and your products are so good that it's becoming a household favorite.
yeah. That's what I'm shooting for. I wanna come out with a mayonnaise.
Yeah,
You know, some of that. Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
I want to. If it's something in these flavor, I want my name on it.
right,
Yeah, I want it. Yeah, and
right.
that's what I'm shooting for.
So, what are your fears?
My fears. I used to be scared of death
Okay.
for a long time.
You can't kill something that's already dead, JAYDOBO.
Right, right now it's like I'm not scared of death anymore. But I'm just scared. You know, like because I watched my brother die, and that was like some of the worst pain I've ever seen. I just don't want any of that.
Right,
I watched him take his last breath, and it was excruciating from the whole time we're in hospice. And I'm like, I don't want that.
right,
I can't handle dying if I just go to sleep,
right.
wake up dead. Yeah,
What if you overdose on spice?
I think that's happened to me. Because that's old boy Wes Baker. He always wanted hotter, hotter, hotter,
Yeah.
hotter. I'm like, man, all right. So finally, I just ended up buying some pure capsaicin.
Mhm,
It was like skull and crossbones on there,
mhm.
and I ended up getting some of that crap on my nose, and I still feel it.
Yep.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. You want it hotter here. You put
Right.
it in yourself. I'm not
I
doing
can't
that.
tell you how many times I didn't opened up some JAYDOBO in a wind blew and got it in my eye. I mean, you should make a JAYDOBO mace.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Like
serious.
an eye wash or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
oh, you're saying like for an assault? Yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean?
it would work.
Protection classes.
I was doing a show in Fargo one time, and I was letting a guy sample it in a cup, and I was cracking jokes, and
Mm,
he laughed and it got in his eye. So the next day, I was talking about that to another guy, and he started laughing. And it got too.
right.
It's like, oh, I better quit
Yeah.
cracking jokes when I'm doing samples.
One thing I would love to see JAYDOBO in is in every MRE in the United States military.
Oh, that would be nice. Like,
Just one little packet.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guarantee you, they're gonna be fighting over them packets.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Even if I could just get in and do it for free,
Mhm.
just as like a tribute,
Right,
for being,
right.
yeah,
You should chat GBT that.
yeah, I know.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, because I know they got Tabasco in there, and they got M&Ms.
Right.
I want to see why I couldn't.
That's the only vision I have for you.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's a
mean?
good one.
I mean,
I was actually thinking about that the other.
yeah,
Yeah, because I watch a lot of YouTubers. And
fighting for freedom,
yeah. Let's take the cigarettes out.
starving.
Put the JAYDOBO with
Yeah,
it.
you down to your last MRE, and you got to get that JAYDOBO on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They out there playing spades for JAYDOBO packets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But uh, if you have any words of wisdom for someone wanting to be an entrepreneur, they have ideas and they don't know where to start, or they are ready to start, what kind of words of wisdom would you have for them about just starting from scratch and pretty much learning from your own mistakes?
Right. The first thing I would do would be go talk to the small business development center in your local area.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's as soon as I hooked up with them, they're the ones that hooked me up with my LLC and got the ball rolling basically.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, just like I was always like, well, I gotta have my internet lined up. I gotta do this. I gotta
Yeah.
do that. I'm making all these like rules on myself. Just quit worrying about the rules and just go for it.
Yeah.
Just get your foot in the door. Go do a show. Go do whatever. Just
Mm-hmm.
don't be scared. Just get your name out there. And
Yeah.
once you get into shows, that's when you start meeting other people, and then people will meet you, and introduce you to other people, and it's just like a whole networking
Right.
thing, basically.
You should get your own commercial.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I want to talk to Was it Dustin? Give me like a JAYDOBO, like a
Well,
catchphrase or something, you know, like.
well, I got the catchphrase, but what I'm saying, it should be like a remake of the New York City with some cowboy hat and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I write the script and act in it with you. You know what I mean?
You're hired.
Uh, and so yeah, I think it's unlimited. You know what I mean?
Right.
What you can do with your imagination if you go forward with it.
Right. Especially now that I got my logo and name, everything all trademarked.
Right.
So everything's coming together really, really
Right.
nicely.
So you went from selling 8 jars to thousands and tens of thousands of jars.
Yeah.
And that's not counting all your new products.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All your outstanding products.
Mhm.
What have you sold the most of out of all your
Oh,
products?
original.
Original?
By far, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I know you did like some gift baskets and things of that nature.
Yeah.
How many shows do you average a year now?
I would say, was it 52 weeks in a year?
Yeah.
I would just go with 52.
And then you're doing this full time.
Yeah, because like last weekend I did 2 shows and a wedding.
Right.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
brother.
It was an honor to have you as the groomsman. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I was still at a show.
Yeah. Autopilot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's when you're really making money. Um, do you see you making a corporate deal?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sooner than you think.
Right.
Yeah, I got some collaborations in the works that
Right.
I don't want to talk about, but yeah, they're coming.
Well, that's amazing. I know it's there.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I know once you get so big, you might need a head marketing president. You know,
Yeah.
a head marketing officer.
Well, it's like the girls will help me out from day one at the Gateway Mall.
Mhm.
I have one of them running the shows for me now.
Yeah.
So that's like my way of helping give back and everything.
Right. And also, I've heard through the grapevine here locally, Los Angeles famous tattoo artist, Stranger, Resurrection Tattoo here in Bismarck, North Dakota, where you get hooked up and not effed up. That if you show up and get the JAYDOBO logo like he's got on his arm, JAYDOBO will pay for it.
Yeah, strangers got standing orders. Anybody shows up.
I think I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean? What cheek should I get it on?
Right here on your forehead.
No, I'm gonna get it on
Right there in the middle.
I'm gonna get it put it on my cheek. So yeah, so if I'm ever a POW in World War III, they'll see that mark on there and they'll know what time it is. Fire.
Don't mess with this guy.
So does this help you? You believe this has helped you with all your dark days with the addiction and the alcoholism? Um,
Yeah.
and so have you studied any other entrepreneurs and like kind of seen how their path went, or you just kind of just doing it and learning on your
I,
own?
I have watched a lot of Shark Tank,
Right.
and then me mixing it myself and everything like that. They call it in the weed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to get out of the weeds
Okay.
and just have
Right.
time to make that next move. And I'm just right on the cusp right now.
Right.
I'm making it myself or getting that next 30,000 jar order or whatever.
Well, you need to get some trade students. I
Right.
mean, get to some Filipinos. You know what I mean? Start off with two, and, but you need a team. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I've learned is that even in war, the military, in especially in the business world, when you create a team and it's like a bunch of rugby players, boom, boom, and we got a team right now that's that's coming together and getting better and stronger. That if you ain't rolling with us, if you ain't liking us, well, just get out the way. You know what I mean? Because I mean, every year, every day that that I wake up is a day to win, a day to be extraordinary. You know what I mean? And that's how you use your potential. You know what I mean? Everybody's got 24 hours in a day. You know what I mean? How many wins are you having? You know? And so all you got to do is, you know, every day just a little more. And then the opportunities are endless.
In Japan, they call it your ikigai.
Hmm.
That's what your purpose on this life is.
Hmm.
And to me, I think for some reason, it's for me, it's seasoning.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
'Cause I was a heavy equipment operator basically my whole life, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden now I'm this freaking spiceologist. But
Hmm.
once you find out what your calling is in life, if you're doing what you love and what you're supposed to be doing, that kind of helps everything kind of.
Right.
Creator helps you line everything up.
Right.
And sends people into your life that you wouldn't expect. And
So should we do the pepper eating contest before 2026?
yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. I'm actually going to a hot wings challenge next week
Where?
in Carson.
Okay.
You know,
And are they using your spice?
yeah, on some of them. Not for the hot one, the hottest challenge or whatever, but they're gonna have them.
Okay.
JAYDOBO hot wings there.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, it's got to be special, the one that we collab on, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And what's all the platforms and places people can contact you and order JDobo or collab with you if they have any ideas? How can people get in touch with you?
JAYDOBO.com. I actually uh, just got a new email account set up where it links. So if you email at jdobo.com, I will get it, and you can order from jdobo.com. I got recipes and stuff on Facebook,
Hmm.
and then I do all the memes and things on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, JDobo Co with a CO at the end.
Okay. And Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can follow Sober Talk's new page on Instagram and Facebook. Um, and you can see we're on YouTube. Follow the page, subscribe. But if anybody's interested in doing collabs on anything, we're here. We're all about collabing with people and motivating. You know, um, and if it wasn't for Creator God waking us up every day, but giving us this new life, you know what I mean? Rerooting ourselves and being on the higher frequencies,
Yeah.
and it's so amazing how you can collab and connect with people spiritually. And the main thing that most people say is, "Man, I wish I would have did this years ago."
Right, but there's a reason why the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield. 'Cause
Right,
none of that really matters anymore.
right,
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. No, this right now, moving forward.
right. Yeah, I like that. That's like there's a reason why the glove box is smaller than the trunk. That's where you keep the gun in the trunk where you keep the bodies. But yeah, I'm proud of you, brother. I love calling you my brother. You know what I mean? And You mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me and my family.
Of course,
You
we're
know,
family, bro.
yeah, and that's great. Um, and so, a couple more questions. Uh, if you had to choose between living with someone else's spice for the rest of your life in your cupboard, or going as hard as you can with JAYDOBO. You know,
I'm going hard, bro.
yeah.
I'm going hard.
Uh,
I
and
can't even really think of another seasoning that I like as much as mine. I eat mine every day. I've been on the garlic for a while now,
right, I'm talking about like there's certain seasons like for us and across the world. Uh, Tony Chachere's.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
well, I didn't meet him. I met like the second one
Right.
below him, but yeah.
My whole life, we always had Tony Chachere's in the cupboard.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially coming from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say I don't have Tony Chachere's in my cupboard. I got all flavors of Cheeto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I joined the military, I got to move around and meet a lot of different people.
Hmm.
And like it just used to disgust me when people would be like, "Oh, we're gonna boil some seafood." I got the Old Bay. Old Bay, New York City. You know what I mean? Old Bay, man, we Zatarain's it up. You know what I mean? Louisiana seasoning around here. And but it's wonderful when you can make a mark on someone's life through seasoning their palate.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like it's its own language.
And you have the J Skittles.
Oh yeah, the freeze dry,
Yep.
the Kittles.
The Kittles.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if you ain't tried the Kittles with his collab with Ridge Candy, uh, they're amazing.
Yeah, pretty tasty.
Yep.
And then I got a beer bread with my Marine
Ah,
buddy.
geez.
Yeah, geez. And he just came out with a dip, a
Yeah.
dill pickle hot JAYDOBO dip.
Yep. Check
Oh,
out Ridge Candy online. Check out IG's. So it's like a pre-made bread powder, and all you do is add butter and a can of Sprite.
yeah, yeah. If you're not drinking, you don't have to add a beer in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, what do you see yourself in 5 years?
Whoosh. JAYDOBO going global.
JAYDOBO going global.
Yeah, yeah,
And and I see that too.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I definitely see a JAYDOBO bobblehead all over Japan. You know what I mean? Yeah. Virtual, you know, and so I was thinking about an idea the other day, like so they have like perfumes, right? And so like for my wife, I got her a gift and it was like 20 different samples of perfumes you buy in this box. And then you try them for like a month each one, and then you go back and give them the one you want and they give you the big bottle of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's something that I see as a gift box during the holidays. You know what I mean?
JAYDOBO sampler.
Yeah, the sampler of all the different samples,
Yeah.
and then you have a mystery one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so it's so many things you can do marketing.
Well,
It's just putting it into action and running with it.
yeah.
You know?
That's my favorite part. Like just out at Sundance this year, I had Steve. We call him what's his name's Scooby Steve.
Okay.
But he's like, why don't you come up with one with like a choke cherry or a Juneberry or
Right.
something, and we'll call it like was it Wojapi?
Yeah.
Wojapi? And I was like,
That's the one I
yeah.
tried the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why I got all like so my face lit up when I was like at the start. I
Right.
got some June berries. I dehydrated them. I got some powdered honey, and then just
Right.
mixing, just playing with it. That's one of my. I feel like I'm in my element when I get to play around with stuff like that.
Out of your whole life, what was your favorite cartoon?
Oy. I really like the. I think Pac. I like Pac-Man when I was a kid,
Okay.
and the Smurfs.
What pepper or spice in your whole life you remember that burned your butt using the bathroom the next day?
Okay, so when I moved to North Dakota, we didn't have any green chilies for like forever. And that's like a staple. Like every year when chili roast comes around, you make this big old pot of chili stew.
Mm.
Just green chili is what we call it. But anyway, my nephew came up
and his mom sent him with a care package of green chili.
Right.
And so we made this big old pot, we dumped all the chilies in there, and we took a bite, and it was just like on fire. And we called him like, I thought these were mild chilies. She goes, well, how many did you use? We said the whole bag. She goes, well, we were just supposed to use like one or two.
Yeah.
But it was so good and it was so hot that we
Yeah.
didn't care. We just like hadn't had it for so long.
And growing up as a Cajun in the Cajun world, I remember like being a kid. And the next day it'd be so bad, it'd be like, oh,
Mom, ice cream.
I mean, it'd be bad, you know. And so uh cayenne pepper was always a big thing in our lives,
Yeah.
you know, and then the crab boil and stuff like that. But it does something to me spiritually. I don't know if it's just my culture, uh my genes or
No,
whatever.
it gets those endorphins popping in your head.
Yeah,
That's like a lot of alcoholics that are pepperheads now.
right.
Because it gets those the capsaicin gets like those endorphins going in your head,
Okay.
and it's the same kind of feeling you get when you're like, oh, I'm gonna go hit up
Right.
this bottle or whatever,
Yeah.
like get that feeling,
Yep.
you know.
And I mean, it's so many things you could do with it, brother. If you could visit one place in the world, where would it be?
Mm, dang, probably Egypt.
Egypt.
Go see the pyramids.
See what kind of peppers they got out there,
Yeah,
huh?
right. Well,
Gold peppers.
I liked all the
Yeah,
ancient history.
yeah.
And so I've already been to Machu Picchu, and I saw how they stacked those rocks on top of each other. I
That
couldn't
was in
even.
Egypt.
No, this is in Peru,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
so
Peru is another place
yeah,
I would love to go. It's real. It's
that's where they have the Nazca lines and
yeah,
those look like those rocks that look like they were melted together.
yeah. They got pyramids and stuff down
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
and then they got cacao. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They used to call that the drink of the gods. They used to make cacao
Uh-huh.
and
There they do the cacao leaves where you make like a tea,
yeah,
and it's kind of like coffee. It's cocaine before it's processed or whatever, but it's just more like coffee. It's supposed to help you with
right.
was it altitude sickness and stuff like that. So
Okay. Well, you stay away from them leaves, brother.
right.
Well, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, bro.
JAYDOBO, folks, the founder, the CEO, Jason Parsons. He's a Marine. He's a veteran, and he has been through the ringer, folks. You know what I mean? Been through the ringer, and this is him on the other side. And I'm so I'm so grateful to call him my brother today. You know what I mean? He's family to me and my family. And if anybody is interested in JAYDOBO or want to collab with JAYDOBO or just want a sample bottle or to try it, I guarantee that you won't be dissatisfied. You know what I mean?
Right.
He is a spiceologist, talent, I mean, superhero. You know what I mean? Put your J.O. on, folks. Spice up your life. If you ain't sneezing it, it ain't seasoning, baby. Yeah. New York City.
Get the rope.
But I love you, brother. Thanks for the gift. And everybody out there, thanks for watching. Um, you can follow Sober Talk, Brandon Gidry, Sober Talk with Brothers Brandon, the Raging Cajun. You can follow me on Instagram now, Facebook, and subscribe and like the YouTube page, please. Soon the website will be launching. It should be around the beginning of September, and you can just type in Sober Talk with Brothers Brandon, the Raging Cajun.org. And on there, you can order merch. We will ship it to you if any Sober Talk merch that you like, or if you want to come and be a guest on the show. Sober Talk is always looking for sponsors. If anyone that would like to sponsor Sober Talk or have any kind of ideas where we can collab together, just reach out. Also, if anyone is need of a speaker, if you would like Sober Talk to come be a keynote speaker, or to set up and broadcast live for your event, uh, willing to travel, um, always looking for new opportunities. And so you can go to Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun.org soon, and you can contact me and we can talk about it. And I'm I'm grateful to do it, you know. And so So that's all happening right now. Um, One thing I always want to say is that a lot of people have lost their lives, family members, kids, parents, because of this deadly disease of drugs and alcohol. And they do have Narcan that is given out free now that can save lives. Some of these drugs that they have now, the Narcan sometimes won't even save them, but don't be afraid to spread Narcan resources in ways that people can get help. There's so many resources now, especially in North Dakota, peer support, all the different sober livings, all the different treatment centers, all the different programs, all the different mentors and people that have the resources. And Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun, has the resources. A smart man told me one time, he said, if you're going to help people, you got to have resources. And so we do have some resources. And if you have something that I can't directly help you with, I'm pretty sure I know someone that can. So shout out to New Freedom Family Center, uh, right here in Bismarck, North Dakota, opening soon. It is the first of its kind around here. It's a multi-unit, multi-level facility, state of the art, where women can bring their kids with them to treatment for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. They also have sober living facilities and different kind of facility, living quarters for different levels of sobriety and starting your new life. So Tide, shout out to Tide for Second Sober Living. Um, they have men houses, women houses. There's so many resources and so many opportunities. If you're looking for a bed, also contact Prairie Recovery Center. Contact The Ridge in Fargo, North Dakota. If you're wanting to be a peer support specialist, um, and you've been through the training or you haven't been through the training, there's a lot of peer support organizations that you can work for and you can get paid to mentor and help people and give them the right resources. Also, shout out to Hope's Landing Sober Liver in Dickinson, North Dakota, Stark County. That's where the oil field begins. On September 6th at 10 a.m. on Empire Road in Dickinson, North Dakota, is the second annual 5K sobriety run. If you want to sign up, you can go online. I posted it on my page. You can go to Hope's Landing Sober Living in Dickinson, North Dakota page, and you can get signed up to do the run, and you get a free T-shirt, and it goes to a good cause. And Sober Talk with Brothers Brandon will be set up on September 6th in Dickinson, North Dakota at this event, just like last year, the first year. And so shout out to Hope's Landing, all the good they're doing there. Shout out to Serenity Bridge Sober Living right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. If you're looking for a bed, contact Serenity Bridge Sober Living. If you're looking for one of the best Puerto Rican barbers in the land in Mandan, North Dakota, go see Josue, owner of the House of Fade. There is an app for a waiting list, but he is one of the best barbers around. So shout out to the House of Fade. Also, if you're looking for a tattoo from a great 30 years in the business, LA artist from Los Angeles, right here in Bismarck, North Dakota, go see Resurrection Tattoo, where you can get hooked up and not effed up. And when you wait 6, 7 months to get a tattoo on a waiting list with a lot of artists, um, and Resurrection Tattoo, you can get in and get out and get it done by a great artist. And shout out to Resurrection Tattoo right now at Sturgis Bike Rally in Sturgis, South Dakota, at the Iron Pony Campground. The Steel Pony Campground. If you're in Sturgis at the bike rally, go get you some ink done. but shout out to Resurrection Tattoo. Also, shout out to Preferred Heating and Air, your leading heating and air company in the Bisman area. Contact them for all your heating and air needs. Also, shout out to my brother JAYDOBO, the leading spice in the land. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoning, baby. And I just hope everyone has a great, blessed weekend. And if you can't stay sober, catch a Uber. But just remember this: is that no matter how long you've been sober, no matter how long you've been clean, if you go back, if you just take one drop of alcohol, one drug, it's going to be 20 times worse this time, and you might not make it back. You know what I mean? I can tell you this, that in the almost 8 years that I've been sober and saved and clean, I've lost at a minimum 50 friends. You know what I mean? That either been sober or committed suicide, um, just all kind of different situations. And my heart goes out to the families. You know what I mean? Because I talk to a lot of families, and they're the ones that suffer. The nieces, the nephews, the kids left behind. You know, and so if you're going through something, eh, try to think about the people and how it will affect them, and just try to reach out. You know, isolation is the devil's playground when you're in a dark place. You know, and it happens a lot. But there's so many different ways that can help you, and you don't even have to have it all figured out. All you got to do is say, "I need help," you know, and we take it from there. But I want to give a special thanks to the state of North Dakota, um, for saving my life. You know, I'm very thankful for that. I want to give a special shout out to my newly wife, Mrs. Gidry, and my family. They all came up. JAYDOBO was there. Mr. Make It Extraordinary was there. Jacob Lawson. You can check him out on Instagram, Facebook. You can order his book, Author, on Amazon. But in the words of my great grand sponsor, Jack Hype, if nobody told you yet, we love you, baby. Piece of chicken grease. A piece of chicken grease, baby. We love you. And y'all have a great weekend.
Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. It's the weekend.